Hello Year 5, this is your flipped classroom on the House of Wisdom. In English this term, we're looking at non-chronological reports. So I'm going to go through our text map with you now. This is an example of a good non-chronological report detailing facts about the House of Wisdom. The Bayt al-Hikmah was constructed during the Golden Age of Islam. It was built during the reign of the Caliph Harun al-Rashid. It was a private library that housed the biggest collection of books and became a major educational academy. Read on to find out more about this marvelous building of ancient Islam. Here in the corner, you can see there's an image or a picture, and underneath we have what's known as a caption. The caption says, "An artist's impression of the House of Wisdom." Here we have a subheading, which is also a rhetorical question. Where was the Bayt al-Hikmah? The House of Wisdom was located in the Islamic city of Baghdad, which is known as the capital of Iraq today. Baghdad is located between the rivers Tigris and Euphrates. During the Middle Ages, Baghdad was the largest city in the world, where 2 million people lived. It was the capital of the Muslim Empire and grew to become the city of learning and innovation. We scroll down here now to see more. So here, usually in a non-fiction text, you might have something known as a fun fact box or a fact box. So in this text, we've got two here to show you. So did you know that every household in Baghdad during the Middle Ages had access to fresh water? This is a rhetorical question again, a question that I don't expect you to answer. This was unheard of in these times. Here we have another subheading with a paragraph that's going to have information that's grouped about this subheading. What happened in the Bayt al-Hikmah? As mentioned previously, the House of Wisdom was a library boasting the largest collection of books of that time period. Not only was it a library, but it was a place where scholars who came from all over the world went to practice medicine, new sciences, and translate the ancient texts of Greece. It was because of this building that many advances were made, hence this period being known as the Golden Age. So here we've got an image, and this is a labeled image. So we've got the library. This person here, you may not be able to see it in this flipped classroom. This scholar here is holding a scroll, and these are the intellectuals, so the scholars. And underneath we have another caption. The caption describes or gives information about the image. This illustration shows what it was like inside the House of Wisdom. Down here, further down, we've got another fun fact box where we've got information in bullet point form. Many languages were spoken in the House of Wisdom: Arabic, Aramaic, Hebrew, Greek, Latin. Okay, I'm going to move this out the way so that we can see. Here we've got our last subheading. So all of the information in this paragraph is relating to this subheading and this rhetorical question. Is the Bayt al-Hikmah still standing? Unfortunately, the House of Wisdom is no more because of the Mongol invasion of the city of Baghdad in 1258. A man named Hulagu, who was the leader of the Mongol army, started the siege of Baghdad on the 29th of January, 1258. After 13 days, Hulagu won the battle and began to destroy the city. The House of Wisdom did not escape this fate. It was razed to the ground. Legends say that the scholars whose blood turned the river Tigris red had no chance of survival. It was also reported that the river also flowed black as a result of the ink from the thousands of books that were dumped into the river. And here we've got another image and another caption relating to the image. Hulagu imprisoning the Caliph in 1258. Okay, so this is your text map for our topic and our English. So we're going to now delve in a bit closer. I did use some of the terminology that we will be looking at in our writing lessons, but I'm just going to recap here for you. So I'm going to move my picture so it's out of the way. There we go. So at the top of a non-chronological report, we would usually see a title. This title is known as a heading. So this will be one of your keywords for English. Heading. The heading is simply the title of the report. In non-chronological reports, they are fact-based. They do not usually contain information that is opinion-based. So there is usually technical vocabulary or more specialized vocabulary used in reports. You'll see words or phrases that are specific to the subject that has been written about. So the word caliph is vocabulary that is specific for this subject. Okay. At the top of a non-chronological report, typically you would see an introduction. It would normally be a paragraph that introduces the subject, and it can give some facts or information about the topic. Often there are images, sometimes they are labeled. So this is an illustration done by an artist of the House of Wisdom, what they believed it looked like. So moving forward. So we've scrolled down now to our next section. We've got here subheading. So each main paragraph has a subheading. These tell the reader what the paragraph is going to be about, and rhetorical questions, they do not require an answer, okay, but it prompts the reader to want to find out more about a situation. It asks them a question, okay. Here again, we've got another paragraph. So non-chronological reports are organized into paragraphs. Each paragraph focuses on a different aspect of the subject being discussed. Non-chronological reports are not written in chronological order, so they are not done in order of time or date. So providing the paragraph is organized into information that focuses on a subheading, things can be grouped in any order. Okay, and here again, we've got our fact box and we've got our rhetorical question. Moving forward, here we have our fact box with bullet points. Okay, this just makes it easier for the reader to find out some key information quickly. So if you put facts into bullet point form, it can make interesting facts easier to read. Okay, and I did speak about captions earlier on, and we've looked at captions this week. A caption is a short sentence or a phrase which is used to describe or explain the image, and it's usually written underneath the picture. Okay, so non-chronological reports, just to summarize, they are written in formal language, okay, and they are fact-based texts. So you would not see opinions in a non-chronological report, okay? It's formal language and they are factual. Tenses. Tenses is something that we've not talked about a lot so far this year. Non-chronological reports, they're usually written in the present tense unless they are about something that has happened in the past. So when we come to write our reports on the Golden Age, we are going to be writing about something that has already happened. So you'll need to consider your tenses for those reports. Okay, thank you. I'm going to scroll back now. So I'd like you just to familiarize yourselves with our text map for the House of Wisdom. Okay, and just familiarize yourself with the layout and the features required for writing non-chronological reports. Okay, thank you.